Okay, relax, go player.
Lewes FC women are back in training for the beginning of the new season. And while the club is looking forward to kick-off, they are still feeling the after-effects of COVID-19. With no matchday revenue and without the TV money enjoyed by larger clubs, the financial implications could be significant. But Lewes have launched a campaign focusing on redistributing FA Cup prize money that they hope will stop football falling into crisis.
So in both FA Cups together, there are 1,036 teams that enter the men's and women's, 300 in the women's, the rest in the men's. 20 of those Premier League teams. But of course, because they're the best teams, they end up getting the furthest. So nearly £14 million of the prize money, nearly half, goes to those three rounds. And you won't be surprised to hear that in the last 5 years, only a Premier League club has ever won that money. So all we're saying, we think commonsensically, is that let's just cut that money, okay? Because the Premier League clubs who win it, they don't really need it, okay? The people that need it, who are in financial crisis, are the lower league clubs and women's clubs, the ones particularly not associated with Premier League clubs, which is most.
And the principle behind the restructuring of the FA Cup prize money matches the club's wider ethos.
But yeah, we look for ways that we can drive social change via football, just because football has such a huge influence over hearts and minds around the world. 3.5 billion fans around the world, and people, it means so much to so many people that we know that we can use it to almost lead from the pitch. If we do things here at Lewes, it might be a small club, but it's certainly got a lot of clout around the world. If we do things on the pitch that are contrary to the way things are going, i.e. pay the women the same as the men, then we can be an example almost, and we can show people that it can be done.
But the club cannot lead to its full potential without having fans back in the stadium. While the government have announced a phased return of crowds over the coming months, smaller capacity of course means smaller matchday revenue.
If you think that at Lewes Football Club, you think that the average attendance for our men's and women's, which are now up to about the same level after a few years, is around the 600 mark. Okay, we're not talking tens of thousands like in the Premier League or league teams, but nevertheless that's a line of revenue which has been reliable for us now for the last few seasons. So if we can't get 600 and we can get 300, for example, if we can get 10% of our capacity, which is 300, then you can already start to see that that's at best half the revenue.
Lewes FC have urged anyone who wishes to support their campaign to contact their own local clubs and raise awareness. Olivia Marshall, Latest TV News.